on our, where am I? Gather your goodies. Let's see. Perfect. I'm sorry, I'm grabbing the URL. Okay. Plus, I need to see that way you guys leave me messages. Oh, I love this. It's Patreon's only YouTube Live. Okay. Okay. So I pasted it on our Patreon. Let's see what it looks like. And let's get started. Excuse the disaster. This is where I work. So of course it's going to be a disaster. So the magic that I'm going to be showing to you all right now, it is a bit tedious because you have to dedicate time every single day. But on a positive note, the manifestations are almost guaranteed each and every single time. Now, you have to have patience because I didn't start to see real hardcore manifestations until almost a week into the scripting. So I know I mean, I don't know about you if you get as excited as I do, but you have to just give yourself time. This technique I'm going to share with you on different parts. Now I'm sharing this live to every single Patreon member from the 222 and above. The next ones will only be from the new 1111 and above because this takes a lot of work and effort. I'm creating printables, I'm sharing, a lot of magic. Okay, so here we go. So, you have to script twice a day. This is the tedious work. Remember I told you many moons ago that I used to wake up because I was frantic. I had a lot of orders that I had to take care of, emails. I really had to, do my work, get my stuff, right, going. And I didn't have me time. I didn't have my coffee time. I didn't have a coffee maker at that time. Excuse the mess in front of you guys. This is like this is the real deal. This is my workspace, okay? This is where I sit and do some work. So can you tell? Can you tell? My butterflies are falling off of my head. You saw that? It jumped. So I have two journals. I'm not going to show you my scripting journal because it is for me. And it's one of my journals that I created, but I'm not going to tell you, it might be this one. It might be one of my other ones. The point is that it holds a lot of divine energy. So I do not show that journal to anyone because it is my scripting journal. Now, today is the energy of summer solstice. So today, I found it would be a great time for you to script magic that you would have never thought possible. Please, 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 please take notes because you are going to need them. Now, let's say, because I work a lot with you with romance, let's say that you're going to start scripting. You're going to use this journal as your scripting for your energy of your love life, because your main focus and your main desires revolves around your love life. So what you want to do is you're going to go to your scripting page, and this is the first one that I added, which says, love doesn't make the world go round. Love is what makes the ride worthwhile. Which I do think love makes the world go round. But I love this because it's true. Love makes the ride worthwhile. Being in love, the passion, the romance, the connection, because I am in love with my children. I'm in love with my grandchildren. I'm in love with my work. So I feel like this, this journal is not just about bringing in a soulmate relationship. It's about you living the happiness, the joy, the partnership. Just it's just very beautiful for me. So what you want to do is you want to date today's date, right? Like today is June 21st. It's the energy of summer solstice. So you want to sit down and make sure, it's very important, that you write today's date. And then you could say, you could write like, if you see the other ones, I'm truly happy and grateful now that. And you could do that. You could write, I'm truly happy and grateful now that. Or you could just journal as if you were sitting down at the close of the night and writing about everything that occurred to you this day. Now, this is extremely important, and I'm going to show you hands on so you really grasp the lesson here. Now, I created these printables just for you all. This because these are my notes. I have so many books. It's surreal, people. Okay. All right. And grab your handy dandy pen or pencil. And the prompt is, today has been an extremely eventful day. And I will write June 21st, 2022. Today has been a truly eventful day. I loved my coffee this morning. It was just perfect. Welcome back, Diana. So I'm sharing how we're scripting this magical energy of summer solstice. And all you need is your notebook. You could take any notebook. The prompt is that really important that you write today's date and that you write as if it has already occurred. So today has been a truly eventful day is the prompt that we're using. It's a very powerful prompt. And then you just write what has already occurred. Like, for example, with me, I wake up and the first thing I do, of course, is I use the bathroom, brush my teeth and all that stuff. But the first thing I do for myself is my coffee. I sit with my coffee. I sit with my solfeggio music, like the one you hear in the background, who brings that serenity, that high energy, because solfeggio music is a high frequency vibration for healing, uplifting, cleansing, clearing, and just creating that subconscious alpha mind in a higher state for you to co-create. I absolutely love that. So I write, today has been a truly eventful day. I love my coffee this morning. It was just perfect. Then I'll write, the meditations I did really put me in a high vibration. Now, these are all things that really happen, because what do I do every day? I make my coffee. What do I do every day? I meditate. So then I am incorporating things that I know that will happen, because these are things that I do every single day. Because the point of scripting is that you want it to feel real. So when you write, it flows. Because if you start scripting like, today has been a truly eventful day. I woke up in my 6-bedroom, 5-bathroom mansion in Versailles. It tends to feel a little far-fetched unless you're really good at your visualizing and imagination state. But if you're like the 98% of us that are still kind of working on those glitches, you want it to feel really real. And the best way to do that is to align with things that you know you will do. For instance, I have a to-do list. So I know, like, for example, today's summer solstice, right? I know that today my Kickstarter was a very important part of my day. I know that I would be working on that. So I wrote that. The meditation I did was put me in a high vibration, which is not only the meditation that I will be doing, but I also wanted to put me in that high vibration. And then I would write, I received an email that my Kickstarter was ready to launch. And this is something that I didn't share on YouTube that I want to share with you guys. This stuff is crazy. So, about a week ago, I was getting ready to launch the Kickstarter on summer solstice. Kickstarter told me, you will not be able to launch until the 26th. It's not going to, a week is not enough time to launch it on the date that you want. I didn't accept that. So I scripted about my Kickstarter launching on the 21st. I did this over a week ago because I have another form of scripting that I will share with you guys. Right now I'm showing you the daily because I want you to start honing in on this vibration, because this is something that you are going to do each and every single day. At first, for some of you that don't journal, it's going to feel tedious. But then once you start really honing in on this ritual and you start to witness the manifestations, you're not going to give a crap about this appointment. You're going to wake up, if you have to, at 4 o'clock in the morning before going to work, because guess what? This is the most important part of your daily life. So I woke up. I had already scripted. Kickstarter told me, no. I didn't even tell Diane. Diane is my partner. And I was like, I'm not going to give Diane those negative news, because then I'm going to put that frequency out there. I don't want that frequency out there. So I kept it to myself, and I scripted my Kickstarter successfully launched on summer solstice, the 21st. Today, I was extremely tired because yesterday was a really hard energy. Plus I had some rituals that I had to do, major cleansing, because I'm getting ready for all the new goodies that are coming, and I'm going to share with you guys here and some on YouTube. So it was like a very emotional energy for me yesterday. And I was extremely tired. For some reason, I could not go to sleep till 4 o'clock in the morning. I never do that. At 12 o'clock, I'm out like a light. For some reason, last night was not the case. So today, I did not get out of bed. My husband says that I kept getting up and tossing and turning. And then he's like, I didn't want to wake you up, babe. And I was like, you should have waken me up. I have so much to do. But he's like, no. He didn't even want to wake me up. So I get up, I go to the bathroom, I go to the kitchen, I put on, not even lies, I even showered this morning really, like when I got up, because I was so like, when you're just like tired, that even when you get up, you're still like, oh, that's how I was today. So I get up, I took a shower, I go to the kitchen, I make my coffee. I freak out that it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. My daughter goes to me, Mom, I'm getting ready for work. I'm going to order some lunch. You want me to order something for you? I'm like, yeah, that'll be nice. So I make my coffee. I sit down. I don't touch my phone anymore. Really important. It takes a while. The first thing that I would do in the morning was check my phone. Hello, I have Etsy sales. I have Patreons. I have my spiritual business, emails, everything, right? So the first thing I would do is, hey, my people, I have to take care of them. No, me first. So I don't touch my phone until I'm done with my daily ritual. So on today's script, I still hadn't known about the Kickstarter, mind you. Still didn't know. Even though I scripted about it a week ago, I put it in my script today again. I launched my Kickstarter. Everything that I needed to do this on my to-do list, I put it in there. And then, the secret sauce. Then I added little things that I wanted to occur today. Mind you, not everything happens according to the day. I started to notice that some of the things, for say, what's today, Tuesday? So I started to notice and say some of the things that I scripted last Thursday, I'm seeing them today. Some of the things that I scripted last Monday, I'm seeing them now. It doesn't necessarily mean that's going to happen that way. But some of the things that I scripted yesterday happened last night. And it was the thing that I shared on YouTube, which was my daughter, because I scripted for her. And on the conversation that we were going to have, and she comes in and almost word for word expresses everything that I wrote down. It gets better. I did the same thing for my husband, because he was having a little bit of issues at work, because they're working a lot. People are overworking now. So I put positive scripting about his day, and him and my daughter both come home at the same time, because they both get out of work at 11, and they're both so excited sharing about their days. And I'm looking at my daughter. My husband doesn't notice. And I'm looking at my husband, and I'm just like, this is amazing. I have to show my patrons. My patrons have to do this. Today has been an extremely eventful day. So you're already putting the energy of a lot of things that are unraveling in your life. And then you want to think about what you want your day to look like. Let's say that you're waiting for a phone call. Put that phone call in your scripting every single day until you receive that phone call. A promotion, put it in there. A raise, whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest, you're going to add to your script every single day until it manifests. So I scripted about my Kickstarter before I actually sat down to my email. So I open up my email, and it says, congratulations, Daisy. Your Kickstarter is ready to launch. Guess what? That email was actually from last night. But since I stopped working at a certain time, I didn't check my email. So I didn't see that email till today. It is crazy how this works. It is utterly in something beyond any form of manifesting. All right. Do you have questions? go ahead and ask if you feel like you have a question. If you guys come to this video after the fact, because I know some of you are not here right now and you do have questions, go ahead and put them there. But I'm going to continue. So if you have questions, just post them and I will answer them. And then I'm going to share with you what else you have to do. So your morning script is today has been an extremely eventful day, and you write things that already happened as it happened. As think about that you're scripting in the morning, but you are scripting about the past, everything that has happened. You're scripting about today, which is June 21st, 2022, but you're scripting as if you were sitting down at night with your journal in hand, just recalling the day's events and writing them in your journal. Have everything in past. I have received, I did receive, this happened to me today. And use your vocabulary, use however you write. I tend to be very funny in my writing, so that's what I do. I'll put you won't believe what happened to me today, because I tend to write to myself, but I also write. My journals are for my children and my grandchildren, right? Because I always think, who's gonna read my work, who's gonna stay with all this magic? And my daughter's already claimed my journal. She's like, they're mine. And then my granddaughter was like, no, they're mine. So I was like, they're all of you guys. So I write for them, so they're my audience. And I also sometimes write with my angels. I'll connect with like the angels and hey, so you could do that too. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for blessing me with this situation. I'm so happy that it occurred, because you're incorporating angel magic, just like in the divine soulmate, we use the Shin Aleph Hey divine Kabbalistic energy of connecting with your soulmate. So my meditations, when I do them after my scripting, I'm visualizing also, what I want. This doesn't necessarily have to be something that's going to happen that day. It could be my dream home, my dream car, my dream job, just kind of throwing things out there that you might want to. The point is to really hone in on the things that you desire. Now, something else that people do that is really important is that, so Jim Rohn talks about goals, right? Or intentions. So he says to start small. Start with like 5 goals, or you could do 5 big goals and then 5 smaller goals. That way you give yourself, because what happens with humans is we don't have patience. We want that, 6 room house or mansion in Versailles yesterday. We don't want to wait for it for 2 or 3 or 4 years down the line. We want it yesterday. So in order to not get discouraged, because I expressed that in one of my videos, I had this guy who's like, I did this for a whole month and nothing happened. That's what it is. I mean, he probably is asking for like the $225 gazillion Powerball, and they expect that to happen in 21 days. So when we are really manifesting like huge stuff, it's gonna take time, because we have to get ready for that, and we don't understand that. We are vibration. If we feel the manifestation, if we in tune ourselves to that frequency, because it's one thing thinking about it and it's another thing feeling it. That's why in spirituality they tell you to act as is already occurred. You want to be wealthy? Well, freaking act wealthy. In my wealth class, something that I tell my students is, how are you going to know if you are in the energy of wealth? And that's by going somewhere that's extremely wealthy. I think I got something. I don't know. Anywho, so, and that's how you know, because if you go somewhere, let's say a 5-star hotel or a pretty restaurant or cafe, and you feel out of place, then guess what? You are not in the vibration of wealth. That's why the masterminds always tell you, associate yourself with like-minded people. If you are around people that are negative or people that are extremely poor, and not only are they extremely poor, but then all they do is cry about being poor and their victim and how they don't have enough for the bills, and or like for instance with me, it's my parents, because they're retired and they don't get a lot of retirement and they didn't save money for retirement. Whose fault is that? It's their fault, because I'm going to tell you right now, my parents had plenty of cash to start a savings and save some money for retirement. But these are things that we're never taught and we don't think about. So now they're in the stagnant energy of, I don't have enough because, $1,000 a month is not enough. So that's what he tells me every single day that I talk to him. So I'm in that negative dialogue for the 10, 15, 20 minutes that I'm talking to him. So then I have to erase that because he's my father and I love him and I love my mother. So it's not like you can stop talking to your parents like Jack Canfield did, for instance. No, I'm not that person. I'm loving and caring and I'm nurturing. So what do? I script about it. Oh, I talked to my dad today and we had this conversation because he loves watching movies. So then I'll put like, he watched this movie and then I saw it too and we talked about it. So I try to incorporate that, or I'll even do things like, oh, my dad is doing this side gig and he's making extra money and he's so excited. So I'm already scripting for him because that is what we do and what we can do, which is amazing. So your 5 things, 5 major goals you put in order. And these are goals that you are going to do and look at each and every day. So first goal, let's say, is the house in Versailles. I like to take it, I'm a visual person, because you're like, oh, okay, a house in Versailles. So you see that, you have that illustration in your head. But I'm the type of person, and I'm not going to show you because these are for me, but you see how I have sticky notes? I have my 5 major goals and they all have pictures. So one of them, and I will show you, is time with my family. So I will show you that one so you get an idea. Okay. So one of my 5 major goals is I absolutely love spending time with my family. So I wrote celebrating with my family. These are my granddaughters and my daughter. This is when we went to vacation in Disney World. Little things that they send me in the mail. Here is like an array of my entire family. And I write, I'm truly happy and grateful spending time with my family. I love vacationing together, celebrating, having barbecues. I love my family and spending holidays and just relaxing time together. So this is something that I revisit every single day. It's part of my daily ritual. And that just gives me that happy feeling because this is something that I want to do all the time and that I enjoy. And what I do is every time that I get new pictures that they send me or we spend time together, I will come back and add it in here. So like this was a picture that we did when we celebrated for my husband, and my daughter sent me this picture of her hanging out with my granddaughters. So I'm always adding little things, and they're not just in this journal, it's in all the journals. I make sure that my journals always have a visual of my desires. And then when they manifest, like for instance, I don't think I have it in this one, because this was what I've been working on. But when they manifest, I'll come back and write about it. Yeah, I don't think I have it in this one. So this is the journal. Then at nighttime, like I said, I'm right over here somewhere. Then I'll come in and I'll write June 21st, and I will fill in what actually occurred. And let me tell you, after doing this for a short span of time, give yourself a week of just doing this. and you're going to notice the synchronicities, the confirmations. I put something in my script, didn't even think about it, and 3 days after, I got the craziest email that I started to cry. I'm very emotional and sentimental person. That's why I wrote when I wrote on the Patreon. My blood pressure's out the roof because it was. I'm very, yeah. So it's really amazing. So what you want to do, just like I showed you about my babies, is I would write spending time with my family, and then I would add the pictures to it. So that was my daughter. She just called me. Look at the synchronicity with this energy. She just called me to let me know of something I scripted earlier today. Not this morning, because like I told you, I got up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But she calls me and she's like, Mom, because she's freaking out about what happened yesterday and the day before. So she's like, Mom, please make sure that you pray for me. She didn't say script. She goes, make sure that you pray for me. So she's already manifesting what I scripted about earlier today. This works, my friends. This really works. So let's recount. 5 major things that you desire. Okay, you want to write them in order, just like I showed you in my current journal. You want to have pictures. If there are things that you do not currently have pictures of, go to Pinterest, and put yourselves in the picture. If it's a vacation that you want to go to, get pictures of the vacation, put yourself in the pictures, print out little pictures of yourself and add them to the vacation place. Plan for it. There's this major vacation that I want to do, and I'm planning for it. I called the hotel. I printed out pictures of the hotel. I found out how much it costs, how much I need to come up with to put as a deposit. I did everything just as if I was getting ready to pay for this vacation. You have to not only do it, but take action on it. What's going to happen is miraculous. Not only are you going to get confirmations, but then you're going to get intuitive guidance of doing little things. Just the way this all unraveled for me, because I was working on another project. I was working on this list and my regular scripting, and I got this really crazy urge to watch someone that shared this method. And then they shared this method without real moon magic, Kabbalistic magic. So I started using their methods and combined it with my magic. And let me tell you, this stuff is crazy. New scriptings, new moon energy. Today's summer solstice. Today is the perfect time for you to script. And you could do it for 1 day, a week, a month. Once you get the hang of it, you could go beyond. The daily for me is very important, because with daily action steps, you manifest the larger desires and intentions and goals. Like I said, let me tell you, they sent me that email telling me that my Kickstarter was not going to launch until the 26th. And guess what? It launched today, just as I planned, just like I scripted. And my daughter just called me to tell me something that I scripted today is already unraveling for her. So this really works. And I want to hear your stories. I want to hear that you guys started doing this, and I want to hear what you manifested. I mean, you don't have to put it on our notes. You can email me. This is amazing. So with that being said, this could be your scripting journal, or which other journal you have, or regular notebook. Most of the people that script, I'm a fancy Nancy. I like to use super cute things. I'm very about stickers. I'm all about, you see my stationery. You see how, you know, I love here, this one is like princesses. This is butterflies and fairies. It is really, really cute. Really, my stationaries are super, super cute. And I love that. This one's completely blank. That way because you know, you might use a couple pages. I mean, for instance, when I script my daily, I'm sometimes scripting 1 or 2 days. And sometimes, you know, sorry, one or two pages. So it all depends. It really, really all depends. Now, summer solstice energy. Today is the divine energy of nurturing. A lot of people talk, if you look at what beautiful crafting, I'm gonna post her on our Patreon so you guys can see her. She's amazing. I love her work. So I shared with about how she talks about reflection, and then if these are prompts that could be also used for script. That's why I love this, and I'm sharing this with you guys, because look at number 2. If you could experience major growth in one area of your life right now, what would it be? These are great ideas for you to script, especially if sometimes we'll have stale energies, or we just don't feel like scripting today because we're not in a mood. You're going to have those days. We have those less than days all the time. Another thing is make a list of activities, connections, or behaviors that are not currently serving your growth or bringing you joy. That is great for the dark moon, which I shared about reflection and burning it and giving it to the moon. These are beautiful ways for you to unblock. Yesterday, I did major cleansing and clearing. I saged my house. You know, I drank with spirit. I danced with them. It was a very beautiful vibration and energy. Summer solstice is a time of indulgence, of love and joy. Write about what brings you joy. What are your favorite indulgences? How can you bring more of these into your life? I was like, it's like she's reading my mind with the whole scripting. So I absolutely love this. Well, I think I shared a lot with you guys. Again, if you have questions, just leave them in the comments and I will get back to them. This is just for you guys on Patreon. No one else will see this. Patreons, they have tiers for the 5 to 555 or below. I'm going to add a tier for the 1111 if you want to be part of these massive classes. If you don't, it's okay. Just use what I've shown. Use the principles that I share every single month until you're able to afford the 1111 tier. It's okay. Like I said, I was one that I couldn't even afford my $3 cup of coffee. I was there and I understand. I send you all lots of love, lots of healing, and I'm going to be lighting our summer solstice community collective energy, also with messages from spirit, and the energy is abundant. So stay tuned for that on our YouTube. I will see you soon.